Today, we're taking a look at this new Remnant 2 build called the Infected Mage. It makes use of the Alpha Omega gun to explode everything. Done correctly, you'll never need to shoot your guns and can spam your mods to destroy Apocolypse difficulty. This is great as those bosses with no weak spots become 10 times easier to take down. Specifically, the Twisted Chantry and Abomination bosses were so easy with this setup. Here, I bring you the Infected Mage and how you can make it yourself. For our primary class, we have Archon. This provides us with the prime perk of automatically generating mod power, and doing so at a very high rate after using any mod. We also gain 50% more mod damage and 10% more mod critical chance. Overall, this class makes sure that we keep our mods coming back repeatedly and allowing them to deal up to 7,000 damage at a time. Critical hits from mods are very powerful, which is why we need that 10% boost. For the skill, you can choose what you like. I usually prefer the Bubble Shield a lot of the time for ad control, but for highest damage, you want to go with Chaos Gate. This grants a boost of 15% to damage and offers 25% increased mod regeneration. I don't always use it as it makes you kind of one-shot no matter what, but when you're able to place it down safely, you do get way more damage in a smaller amount of time. Also, it does work more towards the infected theme. As for the subclass, you want Summoner. This will provide us with 35% more mod damage and 5% more mod crit chance when a minion is active. Being one of the biggest damage buffs we can get for mods other than Archon, it's a must. Also, since we'll be using our Relic for more mod regen, you can give the minions a bit more survivability when you do so. Minion damage is pretty great with them taking the enemy's attention more often than not. The skill you want to use is Flyer. This lets you summon 2 flying root that shoot out red blobs, I guess you can call them. Now, be aware, your summons usually die from any boss AoE. This is almost unavoidable even with the buffs they've been getting in the patches. To get around this, only summon one at any time. Once one dies, you summon the other and keep the big damage bonus. In dungeons, be sure to pop both for crowd control, but boss fights require a little workaround. I love having summons around to help out, and since the flyers are more out of the way than any of the other summon options, they're perfect for our build. As for armor, I went with a root look as the arms are just so perfect for an infected being. You want knotted helm, knotted cage chest, high noon soles, and night stalker gloves. Yes, I am aware the boots should be Archon armor as it would be more mage-like, however I thought it looked really dumb with the knotted gear, and the high noon gives you a similar feel that blends well. We do want these gloves in particular as they have the best armor rating for how light they are, and we do want to stay under the heavy dodge here. The relic you want to use is the Runed Heart. This is one of my personal favorites as it provides really good mod generation upon use, but it also heals you at the same time. We're running this so that when bosses get a phase transition or something stops our mod spam, we can fully restore all the mods to get it going again, and at the same time get enough healing to keep our healing topped off. Just take this when you feel you need to be more spammy with the explosions. As for relic fragments, I ran with mod damage, mod cost, and elemental damage. The damage helps since we're only using mods, and the cost keeps the mod coming back faster. We do have fire damage basically all the time, so elemental damage is good here, but feel free to switch that one out if you want. The main weapon you want to be running is the Alpha Omega. This is a more fusion rifle or pulse rifle hybrid that fires very slowly. You can use it in its gun form to great effect if you up the fire rate, but we simply need its mod alone right now. Its mod Beta Ray is very powerful. You get 3 of them at any given time, and firing it will brand a target. The brand lasts for 30 seconds, which is a long time, and reloading or swapping weapons detonates the data brand, dealing large damage. What's interesting, however, is this mod gets even more buffs. The more brands you have on one target, the more damage they take. This is a 50% buff per brand, meaning you can get 3 total data links on an enemy and explode them for over 6,000 damage at a time. And when smaller enemies die to this, you get some ammo and mod power back in the weapon, thus making it one of the more spammable weapon mods in the game. Really, you want to be shooting Beta Ray onto an enemy and switch weapons immediately. For bosses, you shoot all 3 stacks and then switch. You can also just press the reload button to explode the rays, but we want to be switching weapons for this specific build, so get used to that. Reason being, we'll be using the mod on our sidearm to regen this mod back to full, leading to 3 beta rays, switch weapons, 2 mod uses, switch back, and repeat until the boss is dead. It's a very cool way to play as you never really need to reload and can smoothly create explosions over and over. Also, the beta rate mod does not hurt you, making it a lot safer to use. Harmonizer is going to be best as the mutator so that the damage is as high as we can get it, and then the mod on our sidearm also comes back more quickly because of this. As for our melee, I really didn't even try here. Use what you want. The mod usage is just so high, there's never really any time to melee. I like the Decayed Claws as they're very small and out of my way, and also root-based, which works very well for our look. The Service Pistol will be our sidearm for this build. Now, I already mentioned that you don't want to be shooting hardly at all, so the exact gun isn't that big of a deal. However, I fell in love with the Service Pistol here for several reasons. It's got just enough bullets in it to refund mod energy very well. It also has a decent reload speed that doesn't take 9 years, making it useful all around, and it's a fun gun to shoot. Feels more like a traditional pistol than anything you can find. The mod you want is called Helix. Oh boy, can I talk about this for a while. Helix is insane when you pair it with explosion builds. Not only does it hit for big damage, but it will splinter off, creating several missiles that target other enemies, which is huge for ad clear as one shot can stagger several dudes or outright kill 2 of them at a time. What's really nice about this is because it creates missiles, there's way more chances for this mod to crit, which crits the best damage. The other advantage is Helix has a low mod requirement, so it comes back quickly and can be used in tandem with our other weapon. The big thing you want is something you can easily use when switching between weapons, and Helix is very easy to use. Plus, it has the bonus of massive range and going exactly where you aim it. Then run the Feedback Mutator as it really helps with mod regen. Altogether, you have 2 guns that can regen each other's mods while dishing out some insane damage. Use the Service Pistol every now and again to get some mod power faster, and then you can go back to looping the mods. Alpha Omega is a great gun, but absolutely horrible unless you increase its charge speed, so avoid shooting or reloading the thing at all. Trust me, the power of the mod is well worth it. The Amulet Rings here will be very important and grant you the most power for the build. Detonation Trigger increases explosion damage by 25%, also adding some fire damage in as well. Pretty much the best option for any explosion build. Burden of the Destroyer decreases the range of your guns, but increases all damage by 15%. We don't really feel the downside here, and 15% is a very nice boost. Shard Banded Ring increases mod damage by 12%, again boosting our mods, which both deal explosion damage and are of course mods. Burden of the Follower reduces fire rate, but will increase mod generation by 50%. This is the big ticket item. Such a massive boost to mod regen that allows us to output so much damage over and over. Without this, the build only works if you use your Relic. With this, you don't need the Relic. It's a really nice ring. Lastly, we do have Burden of the Gambler, increasing crit chance by 10% and crit damage by 20%. This will allow our explosions to get yellow numbers more often and make sure that they are big yellow numbers. Wearing this also means no weak spots, but explosions can't hit weak spots anyway, making it the perfect ring. With all these items, we get lots more damage and avoid all of the downsides provided by some of the rings. You'll be blasting everything you fight. I will mention though, the probability cord is a great replacement for the Shard Banded Ring if you're looking for something else. I like more damage all the time, but the boost to crit is amazing if you want to go that way. There is one consumable I want to make sure you use all the time. Bottled Shadeberry increases mod regen by 10% for 60 minutes. This will make the mod regen feel way faster and make switching between guns to activate them a bit smoother. For the traits, you want some survivability with all the regular stuff. Flashcaster to instantly get those mods out over and over. Regrowth so we have some good health regen and can avoid taking relics for health as often. Triage so that your health regen is way better and so that the relic actually heals you for enough when you need to take it. Remember, it's mod based first and foremost, so without this it won't heal that well. Vigor for health, Endurance for stamina, Spirit for mods of course, and Expertise for skill cooldown as we do want to be able to have a summon active all the time. I also ran with Amplitude because the Beta Ray mod will kill anything it hits, but this is going to give it the potential to hit other enemies at the same time. The Blood Bond increases your defenses a bit by making 10% of your damage taken go to summons. Very nice because we're running Summoner. All these traits make us able to survive one hit, usually, and then allow our gameplay to be easy to use even without a fast healing relic. So how do you even use this build? For ads, it's very simple. You use both your summons and walk around activating mods over and over. Really strong as it kills everything instantly and makes for a nice easy clearing of dungeons. As for bosses, it will be easier for some than for others. Certain bosses that have lower health due to no weak spot get destroyed in seconds. I walk in, activate a summon, then use the Chaos Gate and start throwing out the mods. Shoot 3 beta rays and switch weapons. Shoot 2 Helix and switch back. Repeat until all targets are wiped. If you notice your mod slowing down in terms of regen, go ahead and eat a Relic to gain way higher regen for 10 seconds. Really easy for this build to deal good damage and loads of fun to use as well. Be aware, while this setup makes you super strong against a lot of bosses, it will not work for the Shahala or Big Laser boss on Narud. For whatever reason, he's immune to the Alpha Omega Guns mod altogether. But other than that, wrecks everything and should make for a very nice playthrough. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, a like would very much be appreciated. Go spam that infected magic, and I'll catch you next time.